Foster, I'm sorry I doubted you entering this year. You've been everything, you promised you would be entering this year. And I was really down on you, and you stayed relatively healthy, and kudos to you. But so you're my championship matchup of the week. You've done it extremely well of carrying fantasy teams. He had a big week last week, 109 yards against Carolina. And in his career against Indy, in 2 games, he's averaging 166 yards and has 4 total rushing touchdowns. I mean, that those numbers speak for themselves. But when you consider that Indy's defense is averaging 138 yards given up per game, which is in the bottom 5 in the league for rushers, and then they've given up a second most touchdowns in the league on the ground, 18 touchdowns. They only trail Tampa Bay, who's given up 20. This is the perfect setup for teams that have Foster. You're chomping at the bit to watch this game on Thursday night. They're likely going to go the run game more given their quarterback and receiver situation. If you've got Foster, I'm hoping for a huge 25, 30-point cushion coming out of the gates.
My only caution with Foster, and there's nothing you can do about this as a fantasy owner, is how much he'll play. I mean, it's so obvious. They don't have Andre Johnson. They have T.J. Yates. They really are playing for seeding, so they can afford to lose this game, but it is the Colts. Everything points to he's going to get the ball a lot. But the only caution, and how many times have you seen this, Jeff, is that Houston goes up 21-3, and all of a sudden they take him out because they can't afford to lose him, and he doesn't get the reps in the second half.
Well, and they've got a great secondary back in Ben Tate. So there is some cause for concern there. The worst thing is, in situations where you have those 2 dynamic backs, like in Carolina with D'Angelo Williams and Jonathan Stewart, if one of those guys reels off a big run, that really kind of ends it for the other one because they tend to go that way. But I still think Foster is going to get some carries. He's going to hit them early and often. And hopefully, yes, they may jump out the 21-3 lead, but hopefully that's a couple touchdowns for Foster, and he's able to go to the bench with a nice fantasy production for the night.